After that, Friedmont got the full tour of Exovol, with a few changes, of course. During the visitation, the nanomachine creators were strictly off limits and actually taken completely offline, hidden away so that they couldn't be detected or seen, limiting the ship and their crew members to normal rations and whatever they had already produced, until such time as the visit was over. Friedmont was the only one who got the full tour, even to sections of the ship that are normally classified, and visitors are unwelcome to go there, such as the weapons room and things of that nature. So, Friedmont was the only one to get the fully extensive tour. The rest of his crew members, whom they began to bump into here and there, simply dawdled about, having conversations with other members of Exovol's crew, eating dinner in the mess hall, going to the recreation center and having fun, playing games and things of that sort, generally having a good time. And finally, Captain Friedmont's tour came to an end after visiting the bridge, at which point Mika invited him back to her captain's quarters, or office space, as that's where dinner would be served in a short time. As they entered, Mika quickly made her way around her desk, taking a seat in her chair. Now that that's over with, do you have any questions, Captain Friedmont? Things that you'd like to know, perhaps? Or perhaps you'd just like to have a friendly discussion before dinner? So, dealer's choice. What do you think, Captain? Mika said, still a warm, inviting smile on her face. Oh, and one more thing. Captain Friedmont, as a peace offering of sorts, and in the spirit of cooperation, I have at my disposal some Agurian-class warheads. The fuck? Friedmont replied, a somewhat shocked expression. Yes, Mika replied, still the warm smile, as she picked up a datapad, walked over to Friedmont and handed it to him. So, I'll be giving you 5 Agurian-class warheads. They're not cheap or easy to produce by any measure. It's a very pricey gift, but one I'm willing to give, in the spirit of cooperation, that is, Mika said as she once again took her seat. So, any questions? For a moment, Friedmont simply looked over the schematics of the warheads on the datapad he held in his hands. Wow, this is some heavy blast shield shit right here. And you're right, these are not cheap. And you're willing to just part with 5 of them. Well, I must say that's quite generous of you, Captain Angelica, Friedmont said, walking towards the desk and putting the datapad down. But I just have a few questions. Mainly, to start things off, what do you want? Excuse me? Mika replied, having a somewhat puzzled expression on her face. I don't know what you mean, Captain. Could you elaborate? Don't give me that crap, Friedmont said, leaning over the desk to look at Mika. First you invite us over here all friendly-like, after turning down our invitation for revelry, and then you give me the whole goddamn guided tour of your ship, smiling like a jackass while you do it, acting all friendly and sociable for the first time since I fucking met you. A complete flip from the way you were acting before, patting my ego, talking about friendly cooperation. And then at the very end of it, you go and offer me a big-ass appeasement gift. 5 Agurian-class warheads, packaged up with a nice neat little bow and ready to deliver. So, my question to you, Captain, is, what do you want? You're not over here stroking my ego and acting friendly just because you want to play nice. You want something. So, you're playing nice and patronizing me, hoping that you can get me to follow along, do what you wish. But I'm not so easy to bribe, sweet cheeks. So how about you cut the bullshit and get to the point? What's all of this song and dance about? At that point, Mika took a long, deep breath, and the warm smile faded away to a much more stony and serious expression. Well, Captain Friedmont, quite frankly, what I'm going to need is for you to back the hell off and start playing nice. It probably comes as no surprise to you, as I would expect any wise captain would do. You've most likely tried to dig up some information on me, look through records, talk to other captains, and have no doubt found that I lack reputation in this sector, which only stands to reason. I am new here. People don't know me, and therefore people don't trust me. I'm not a known quantity, and it's affecting my business. It's actually part of the deal that I made with the Brotherhood, the reason I bothered dealing with them at all. Truth be told, I don't owe them anything. They paid me to be here, and I accepted the job, first and foremost because the money was right, but secondly because I knew it would have me working with many other ships in the sector. It would allow me the opportunity to build a name for myself here, to gain some respect and footing with other captains, show the capabilities of my vessel, my crew, and my own tactical skill. The opportunity was perfect, and so far it looks like it's beginning to pay off. At the captain's meeting, I was able to get my strategy for ending this conflict pushed forward as the most likely probability. However, it's all but settled just yet. There's still plenty of room for plans to change, for people to demand different courses of action, and you being so stringently against it is working against me, especially when you're captaining one of the most powerful ships in the fleet. So you're going to have pull. That, combined with already having a reputation in this sector, unlike me, could prove troublesome to my plans. So, I'm offering you these missiles to do with whatever you so choose. They should greatly help your odds in conflict, and help you make some nice kill shots during the upcoming battle, however it breaks out. But in exchange, I need you to stop countermanding me. Stop trying to make trouble with any tactical decision I might suggest. If I'm able to seal the deal on this conflict using the tactical method that I suggested, it will yield me a great amount of respect amongst pirating ships in this area, and facilitate spreading my name. So, I'd like to make an arrangement with you. Side with me, and the missiles are yours. And I can even promise you some payment at the back end. A portion of the profits that I'm supposed to gain once this mission is complete. And even some more of those nice warheads. And all you have to do is back the hell off. Support me instead of fighting against me in the captain's meetings. I'm, of course, already on the track to trying to barter with some of the other higher tier ships in the fleet. getting leverage to ensure that things go in my direction. But our relationship is by far the most uneasy, so I figured I'd start with you. So, Captain Friedman, are the terms of this deal acceptable? Nika said, as she stood up from her desk, walking around to find a central point in the room to look back at Friedman, still standing beside the desk, as she finished her talk.